All right, welcome everyone. It's Rob. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and make sure all can hear me. If you would please type the number 1 in the chat box, let me know that you can. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, thank you for that. Afternoon, Kevin. Hey, Brenda. Morning, Helen. Always forget that there's other time zones around the world that are not mine. Where is my camera? Let's see, I don't know why it's not sharing. Afternoon, John. Yeah, there you go, Jim. I should be there. I'm here. I see me. I can see. PowerPoint not shared yet either. I was just adding something to it, actually, or cleaning it up, I should say. I already had it in there, but just to make it a little more purdy for you. Well, welcome again, everybody. I hope you had a great weekend. Ours was filled with fun and frolic. We got our Christmas tree up this weekend and a lot of family stuff. And I got roped in by my youngest daughter. Daddy, please, will you get this for me? Daddy. All of a sudden, 26 years old, I'm daddy now. Usually it's dad. What did you do? No, daddy. Okay. All right. Excellent. So as we do get started here, keep in mind that everything we look at is for education. Nothing's meant to be advice or recommendations. If you find something you like, anything, make sure it fits your own personal risk profile and risk tolerance before ever picking that as a trade to set up an indicator or anything technical. It's gotta be comfortable with you first. Doesn't matter what anybody else likes or uses. All right. So a little bit of housekeeping stuff here. We've got Inner Circle coming up on the 4th, which is tonight. Weekly Whispers is at 8 o'clock tonight. Mastermind is mañana. Trading You is on the 7th, and Trading You Live 2.0 December 11th. So we have wrapped up the 2.0. We did the last training on Friday night. It was trading harmonically. If you're in Trading You 2.0, please make sure you go and watch that training. I think that was absolutely killer. As far as it was kind of this is what Fibonacci's are, and this is what options are, and this is what charts are. And Friday night was kind of let's put it all together, make it all work in unison, right? Power Hour Trading Coaches Playbook on the regular schedule, as is Pop, Covered Call, E-Mini, no class. Next class beyond December 11th. I was saying no class because Brandon is on vacation. And then Vegas Spread is on its regular schedule as well. So here's our follow us page. Make sure you are checking out the various platforms out there, folks. Keep up with the latest and greatest what we do day in and day out. Here's our Trading Boss Manifesto. It really tells you as a student, as a trader, how we are going to help you, what our commitment is to you to help you become that trading boss, right? To be that rock star, right? As you would. And then Trade Watch alerts, get trade ideas every day delivered right to your phone, baby. Right to it. Amelia triggered 2 awesome trades today off of the techniques that she teaches inside of Trade Watch alerts. They do an absolutely great job in there. And for anybody that subscribes, Amelia has agreed to anybody that joins as a quarterly subscriber, you're going to also receive a live one-on-one mentorship session with her, which is going to teach you how to use this to your success. Guys, if you have not had Amelia as a coach to walk you through and train you on what she does, she's extremely methodical on the way she teaches. So you are in for a treat there. All right. Oh, no, I'll show you yet. So what trades did you guys do? I know I saw somebody drop one in there. Brenda, it looks like you dropped in a trade already, which is great. I appreciate that. Brenda said made $276 on SPY Friday. Nice. No trades today. Yeah, well, she is fabuloso. Exactly. She is magnificent. Right. She does a great job. John, Wheel of Fortune on Beyond, BYND, Naked Puts on Docu and GME and AI. Cash flow, $1,700. Nice job. Really nice job, John. Will, is that a Hakanashi scalp on IWM for 34%? And if so, how long did it take you? How long did it take? Let me know what that is, right? Or how long it was. Yes, it was, and it was 12 minutes. Are you okay with 34% in 12 minutes? Heck, some of you can quit your dang jobs if you can make 34% in 12 minutes. Oh, Will, but you messed up. What are you doing? It should have been 34% in 13 minutes, not 12. Come on, Will. 34-13, all fib numbers, right? It's what the chart says, Will goes. It's what the chart told me. Scott, 15.5% on SPY gap fill, actually got out around the 236 line. Nice. Yeah, Will said it's double my pay rate at 34%. Very good. Very nice. PK said Tesla, $120. Square was minus 88. Okay, there you go. So let's go take a look at Amelia's setups here today. If you guys have any others, drop them in. Remember, accountability, that's what this is. And I appreciate when you all are typing in the quotes and the comments of thanking others or congratulating others, I should say. So here we've got a setup on the Qs. That came in at 9:42 a.m. this morning. Let me shut this phone down here because my phone for some reason is lighting up. So let me just shut that down as far as volume goes. My trading partner's reaching out to me about something. All right, so we've got a Qs set up here today that came in at 9:42, call it 9:43 this morning. We had a bearish trade, bought the 387 puts at $1.67. You can see that was at 9:42 this morning. Amelia did 5 contracts, right? Plus 5. And that was at $1.67. She sold those at 9:53. So 11 minutes later, give or take, she sold the 387 puts for 204. So 67, 07, 67, 77, 87, 97, 07, not quite. So 30, what is that? 6 cents? No, it can't be 36. That's 4. No, what am I doing? 77, 87, 97. Right, so 97, 3 and 4 is 7. So 37 cents, 1 contract, $37. 5 contracts, 150 plus 35, $185 in a whopping 13 minutes, right? 22% rate of return, as Amelia wrote, on a quick scalp today. All right. So really nice setup. Along with that, at 10:16 this morning came another trade. We had what she had listed as a consolidation, or what I've called for many years now, actually almost 2 decades, is a dreaded box of neutrality. And we're starting to see some of these pop up. We kind of flatten off and we do the doo, right? That sideways motion, right? Going on in there. And we finally got the breakout of that lower level, and that is where she went and bought the 386 puts. First, it was the 387s, better deal, better strikes here with the 386s, right? She bought 5 contracts at 10:16 this morning at $1.31. Better price than she bought the previous ones at, right? So $1.31. She sold them at 10:23, 16:26, so 24, about 8 minutes in this trade. 66% rate of return in a whopping 8 minutes. Guys, this is why you want to be in Amelia's training, when she sits you down and walks you through everything she does in TradeWatch Alerts and teach you exactly how to take advantage of what's inside of it, right? So congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to Amelia. I did not get any trades off today. I'm actually traveling today. So today has been a get everything last minute stuff done day before I get on an airplane this afternoon. So congratulations on that, on your trade. So let's go take a look at the market and see what the heck is going on. Right. So we look at the S&P 500 today. I know the chart's getting a little bit busy at this point, but let's look at what happened last week. So here we are, Monday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that orange bar is last Monday. It's the last time we got together for our last power hour. So small. Okay, well, actually, we'll leave it for now. Give me a minute, I'll bring it in for us. So we came back, retested support, we bounced, we had a small gap down, we stretched, small gap up, we stretched up, hit resistance, we failed, closed lower than we had closed the previous day. We gapped up, retested the bottom line, stretched out. Now this breakout or attempted breakout right here, right, on Wednesday was important. And the reason that it was important is it's the first time in this attack that we broached that line at all And we had a breakout previously over here. We had hit a recent swing high of 4607, call it 4607. We don't need the pennies on, right? About 4607 is the high we had right there. Okay. Well, that 4607 level, right where my mouse is there, we stretched up, and the thought was, are we going to make the attempt back at that 4600 and even then get above that? Right. And then we got to pull back in there. And then on Friday, we gapped down slightly and we shot up like a skyrocket on Friday. It was a really good day Friday. About 27 points on Friday. Nice move overall. And then here we are today where we got a nice gap down, a stretch further down. We retested our 8 moving average. We retested this uptrend line, which is in our 1, 2, 3rd quadrant or 3rd zone in there of that uptrend, because the original uptrend was back in this zone here, that lane, as it were. So we got a 3rd test of it, or a test of that 3rd zone, and we got a bounce off of there, and we're just kind of vacillating at this point. No clear direction, no anything, okay, at all with it. It's just a lot of uncertainty. You know, I saw somebody from one of the brokerage firms that I follow along with this morning had put out on their morning call that it was pre-market. With the pre-market move, could this be a setup of what's happening moving forward? And I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no. What I am saying is keep in mind, we are still in a bullish bias right now. Are we showing some weakness at this point? We are, right? And with the last week and a half-ish, where we've been bouncing off that 45.42 up to that 45.80 and back, a little bit higher, right? Where we almost hit 4,600 on Friday last week. All great. All wonderful stuff. But we haven't gotten out of that consolidation. Remember, Amelia had that orange box drawn around the consolidation, the dreaded box of neutrality. That's kind of what we have right now, is we've got that consolidation phase happening there. We're waiting for a breakout. When does it happen? I don't know exactly, right? But when it happens, there's a pattern we're looking for. A breakout, a retest, and a bounce. We got the breakout and the fail today. Breakout Friday, fail today. It had a retest, bounce. And that was on the fib line, or break the 4,600, retest, and bounce. Right? Break the 4,600, retest, and bounce. One way or another. Okay. I like the 4,600 break better, by the way. Right? Because we're really close at that 45.80 and 4,600. We can get something in there, but not a whole lot. All right. So we've got some obstacles ahead of us right now. If we go and look bigger picture, or if we go look weekly first, at a weekly chart, we broke out nicely of this downtrend, right? If we back this up just a little bit, you could see what a great move. I mean, this is an unprecedented upside down or inverted H pattern, right? If we get rid of this, you got this leg here. Just awesome. We came off that 618. We're looking for a 2-line move. We went 3, almost 4 lines as far as the move goes. So phenomenal weekly move. And we've just been, this is a bullish thrusting pattern of weekly candles, right? If we look at the monthlies, right? We had 1 month last month, right? November, super strong month. And we had 374 points to the upside in the month of November, which basically made up for what the last 3 months had done, right? We almost have a reverse rising 3 pattern there, right? We had 3 go down and then the 1 candle back up, right? And of course, this month we're flat, but it's the 4th of the month. It's the first trading day, actually 2nd trading day. We had Friday in there, right? So really not a whole lot of time in there to build much on this candle, right? We're down 4 for the month. Ooh, okay. Excuse me. All right, we go back and look at fear on the VIX. Fear took a nice pop today. We're up about 65 cents to 13.25-ish. Really nice pop to the upside today. Strong move. You know, we've got some resistance above head. I don't use moving averages here, but we've got resistance about 1450 to the upside. So that is definitely a watch point, right? Keep your eyes on it. Don't forget it's there type thing. right, on VIX. So overall, we're pointing to some uncertainty in the market, whether the Fed is right or the hint is right of we may be nearing the end of the rate hikes. That's great and fine and good, but remember, there's plenty of other news out there to kind of mess with things, right? That kind of just will throw a monkey wrench in stuff for the upcoming period, right? So we look at S&P 500 one last time. Let me actually pull this out to the right. And let's see. Just going to stretch it up so it's a little bit bigger and easier to see. So right now we're looking at 45.42 for the downside, 45.80 for the upside, with another ceiling at 4,600 on the upside there. So it's what you've got to be focused on, folks, is what's happening in your markets. Okay. I didn't say it in the beginning. Sorry, I did forget. We are going to finish a little bit earlier today since I am going to jump on an airplane this afternoon. So we'll finish just a little bit early, but there's, the topic we're going to go into now, I think it's going to be, I know this is something that I lament on a lot, right? And that is setting your New Year's trading resolution, right? I want to talk about that because it's coming up, right? I mean, it's coming up. We got less than a month and New Year's resolution is here, or is it? See, your New Year's actually happened yesterday too. Yesterday was New Year's Day. It was. In the church, in the Catholic Church, yesterday is New Year's. Start of Advent. It's the first day of the liturgical calendar. It is New Year as far as the church is concerned, right? We've got January 1st coming up is New Year's as far as the standard calendar goes, right? February 10th, you've got Chinese New Year. Rosh Hashanah, and I don't celebrate, so if I'm saying something off, please help me, okay? But somewhere between September and October, I guess the date will vary a little bit based on their calendar, right? Persian New Year, which we have family that are Persian, right? My wife's uncle's wife is Persian. Now, my wife doesn't call her aunt because my wife, I think, is 1 year younger than her, okay? The Hindi New Year is October to November. See, and that's just, the top 5 or so. There's probably 30 other New Years out there that you could pick up, right? And the first problem with New Year's resolutions is people wait till New Year's Day to set them. Now, there are issues with them. We're going to dig into those issues, right? There are some main problems when you set resolutions, and there are some issues with them. And of course, we'll get some solutions as well, right? So let's talk about those, right? The first problem with setting New Year's resolutions is setting unrealistic goals. Right, the mistake is creating overly ambitious or vague resolutions. It's New Year's Day, and I did wait until New Year's Day, January 1st of 2024, and you set a New Year's resolution, and you want to learn how to pick trading since, I don't know, we probably talked about that once or twice here before, since you have an interest to focus on trading here, right? So, okay, my New Year's resolution is to go from 0 to hero in 30 days, 60 days. I plan on making nothing. I'm making nothing right now. But in 30 or 60 days, I'm going to be making 10 or 20 or 15 grand a month, a week, a day, whatever it is. Very, very, very ambitious, right? Vague goals. I want to make some money. Very vague, right? The solution is set specific, achievable goals with a clear plan and realistic expectations. So think about what the accomplishment is. A gentleman walks into one of my trading workshops that we used to do live with a previous company I was with, and day 1 is over. Day 2, he comes up to me and goes, "Hey, I need your help." What can I do? So we're at a break. He goes, "I need to make $2 million by Friday," which was 2 days away. I said, "Okay, why do you need to make $2 million by Friday?" He said, "Well, I embezzled some money from the company I work for, and they said if I give it back, I won't have to go to jail." I said, "Oh, okay, what are you starting with?" He goes, "I ain't got no money. I blew the $2 million. So, God, okay. I said, "How long you got to go to jail for?" He said, 7 years. I said, "Tell you what, come back and see me in 7 years because there ain't nothing I can do with no money in 2 days to make you, $1 million. It's not going to happen. Period. It's not going to happen, right? You've got to set realistic goals. What are you working with? How long have you been doing this? How much time are you willing to commit to this, right? Go into the members area. Well, actually, it's not the members area, but go into the trading resources section on wealthbuildershq.com and look for the time allocation worksheet. It's a fill-in spreadsheet. All the formulas, they're there, guys. It's not like we're hiding formulas, but everything is blocked so you can't make a mistake and delete a formula. Now things don't work. It gives you 24 hours a day, 7 days of the week, and it breaks out for you in 15-minute increments. What are you doing? You can put your sleep time in there between 11 o'clock and 6 o'clock. I don't know what it is, right? You wake up, you get ready, you got this much time, you get on a train, you drive to work. This is your drive time, your train time, whatever it is, how much time you're at work, your lunch, your kid's basketball game or, dance or whatever it is, right? You allot for all of that, see what's left over, and then you can figure out what you actually have for family, friends, personal enjoyment, the things that you like to do, right? And then trading, of course, as well, all right? So set very specific, achievable goals with a clear plan and realistic expectations. So that's first problem with setting your New Year's resolutions. Outside of the fact of what's harsh, Will? Outside of the fact that you waited till New Year's Day to set them, okay? Because the whole point of that and giving you all those New Year's time periods was you should not have to wait until that day. There is no, well, January 1 is when I'm going to go on a diet. Really, you can't eat better today. You can't exercise today. You can't look at more charts today, right? Number 2 is lack of planning. What does that mean? The mistake is failing to create a concrete action plan, right? Concrete action plan. I have one of the one-on-ones that I do with our students, which are live. This one is live in New York, actually, and it's this month. I'm not going to say who it is, but they were talking about, one of my questions is, do you have a trading plan? They said no. And one of the key things they wrote of how I can help them is creating a trading plan. And we're going to look at strategy creation system for some of the different systems that they're putting together in place. Okay. So having a concrete action plan, right? The solution is to break down your resolution into smaller actionable steps and create a timeline for each. So if you're sitting here saying, I have no trading plans at all, and I want to have a full trading plan for every strategy that I teach, that's awesome. Pick one. Just pick. I'm going to do covered calls, or I'm going to do day trades or swing trades or spreads, or I don't care what one it is. Pick one of those strategies only and build out the trading plan from there, right? Plan out your systematic approach to the market. Do not look at this as, let's throw some stuff on the wall and kind of step back and see what sticks. No, I mean, that's awesome, for some things, but not when it comes to my money. All right. You need to be able to put that plan in place. The quicker, the better. Neglecting progress tracking. Let's see what we got here from Les. Les said, if most New Year's resolutions fail, maybe start on a different day and tell yourself now you will do better. Well, there you go, Les. And that's kind of the point of, you had to wait till this day. And when do we do it? New Year's Day, when all the family comes over. The biggest New Year's resolution, everyone want to guess what it is? The number one New Year's resolution is lose weight, right? So we set a resolution to lose weight on a day that family's coming over with massive amounts of dessert and appetizers, right? How well are we setting you up for success there? Okay, we're not. You start off and go, all right, first day I failed. January 1 is here and done. And I ate 7,000 calories today, double my day. So I guess I'll wait till next year and start over again, right? No. Neglect progress tracking, right? The mistake is forgetting to monitor your progress. So what's the solution? Regularly assess your achievements, adjust your plan if necessary, and celebrate small victories along the way. So here's the biggest thing, folks, about this one, is if you look at this and say, all right, I'm getting ready to start trading, and you got a $500 account, a $1,000, $2,000 account. You got it on the smaller end of the account size, okay? Whatever that size is. And you look at that and you say you took your $500 account and you made $50 with it. And you're angry that that's all you made. Man, Will made 34% today. He messed it up and did it in 12 minutes instead of 13, but he made 34%. I only made 10%. I put in $500, I got back 10%. Will's been trading for many years now. Will's been part of our inner circle for the last 4 years since it started, right? Will crushes it regularly, right? As does Scott, and I just can't see who else, everybody else that's in here. I'm only getting one Chip is in Mastermind. Just one small snippet of how many people are in here is all I see on my my list. So when you're putting that plan together, and you need to track what you're doing. And I'm talking about, listen, if you got sick, if you were, you were fine today, and then tomorrow you started to feel ill, and then, the day after it's bam, it's like, holy mackerel, I feel horrible. Popping some vitamin C, you ain't better tomorrow. You may have better, a better feel tomorrow, or probably not. You'll actually probably be worse tomorrow, but maybe the next day you'll feel about the same. The day after that, you start to feel better. Maybe a couple of days, a week later is when you start to get back to normal, right? Well, that's no different in your trading. You're not going to go out there and say, I'm doing this brand new thing and I want instant success. We need to get over that, right? We need to get over the fact of people feeling that they deserve to be successful. Yeah, you don't. You have the right to be successful, but you don't deserve it, right? If you want to be successful, that means work. Work on your part, not on mine. Work on your part to get there. I can help you, but you have to make that ultimate decision of what to do. Okay, well, I gave him too much junk. Will said it was 12 candles, 13 minutes, 7:37 to 7:50. He counted the minutes. It was 13 minutes. There you go. See, it's pure harmonics now, Will. Pure harmonics. Chip said the week after Christmas and month after Thanksgiving. Yeah, no kidding, right? We have a tradition here. We seem to do most holidays at my home now. Our parents are too old to do it by them. We have relatives that are maybe not as willing to do them at their house. So we just seem to have every holiday here, it seems to be. Although we are going somewhere for Christmas. And it's a very simple rule. You brought cake. I'm going to ask you, do you want to take the cake home with you when we're done? And if the answer is no, I can promise you the second you leave, it's in the garbage. Because guess who eats it? So how do I fix that? Right? My progress tracker is throw it out the door. Right? Literally, it's in the garbage. My wife will be, no, I'll take it to work. If you're going to work tomorrow, that's awesome. But since you're off for like a week, the answer is no, we're not doing it. Right? Someone says to us, you want to take cake home? Oh, heck no. No one eats it in our house. Thank you very much. Right. Brenda said you don't have the right, you have the privilege. Exactly, Brenda. Exactly. So that's number 3. Number 4, no accountability. You need an accountability partner. You absolutely, unequivocally need an accountability partner. You need someone that's going to step out there with you to help you. So mistake, not involving others or keeping your resolutions private. Okay. I'm a big believer of shouting things at the top of my lungs, because I believe if I do that, I've already set it in motion, whether you believe in a higher power, whether you believe it's, a God, whether you believe it's a head of lettuce that you're praying to. I don't really care. Okay. But you're putting it out there. You're not keeping it quiet. So you don't really get a chance to say, well, I didn't do anything. No one knows about it. So no big deal. Oh, everybody knows about it now. Right. Shout it from the top of your lungs. What are you trying to accomplish? Okay. What are you trying to accomplish? Very good, Scott. I like that. Let us pray. Solution: share your goals with a friend or family members, or join a support community to stay accountable. This is an accountability group. That's why I ask you for your trades every week. It's accountable. I know who's trading just by what you guys are putting out there. I know who's trading, right? And I don't care if it's funded or non-funded. I want it to be non-funded. I want it to be. I want you practicing. But I don't fully understand it. I see. That's where to throw some stuff against the wall and see what sticks. That's where that works. Just throw something out there. Hit the dang button. Get good at it. Is the hit the button guy in here today? I'm not saying who he is. He is not. All right? I don't see him in here, Roman. Okay? The hit the button guy is not in here today. The guy that needs to hit the button. Okay? So you got to get really good at hitting the button, right? But you need some accountability. Who's holding you accountable for what's going on in your trading, right? That's where mastermind comes in, right? That's where inner circle comes in, right? Is that accountability. When you meet with one of us to sit down and discuss what's going on, right? To talk about every month, every quarter, whatever it is, to talk about you and your trading one-on-one, right? And what you're doing and how we may be able to help get you further along the path, right? That's the accountability factor. All or nothing mindset. So the mistake is giving up if you encounter setbacks or slip-ups. So I did a trade today. The trade went against me. I guess I'm no good. I suck. I'm horrible. This is not for me. I quit. right? The solution is embrace the concept of progress, not perfection. Perfection is the enemy of great, just so you know that. I don't need it to be perfect, right? Perfect doesn't make it perfect, right? I'm not trying to be 100% spot on every time, right? That is a very hard thing to live up to. So when my kids were younger, much younger, grammar school, I did all of their spelling words with them every night. We did spelling words. Okay, that was my thing, was the spelling words. And I'm not a good speller at all, right? And I know that I wanted my kids to be good spellers, especially since I knew where technical information like the internet was going. Couldn't picture what AI type stuff is happening now, but I knew where the internet was going. And I knew where that might take us, that where they don't need to think as much as they should. So I went ahead and I was the one that did the spelling words with them. Now, the way we did spelling words is they practiced as long as it took them. If they said they needed an hour, whatever it was, they would practice. And if they got one wrong, to help solidify it, the same way that I had to do it as a kid, not my parents made me, it's what I figured out, is they would write that word 10 times. We'd go back and retest again. If they got it wrong, they would write another 10 times, right? And there were 10 words is what they each got for school. They might get 1 or 2 words wrong. It wasn't that big a deal, though. To write that word 10 times might have taken them a minute to 2, maybe, right? To write them out. It's not like I can complain about the handwriting. If you've ever seen mine, you know exactly what I mean, right? So I would have them write those words out. Come to find out that and my kids would get hundreds every single spelling test that they took, they got hundreds. My daughter gets a 90 on her spelling test, and we get a call from the teacher that asks me to come up to school, my wife and I, to come to school to talk with her. Sure. Come up, and she said, the way I'm teaching my children how to do spelling lessons is too harsh. They were afraid of making a mistake. So I've never attempted to give them the impression they need to ever be afraid of me for anything. And I will deal with that when we get home to make sure that doesn't ever happen again. But maybe I was too hard on that perfection, right? I wanted them not to get a spelling word wrong. And it wasn't me ramming it down their throat. It was not me angry if they got one wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. If we got 10 spelling words and they get 6 words wrong, well, I mean, you just had, you had a chance to go over these words. You did for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and now you get half of them wrong. What's going on? Is there something else? Under the weather? Is your mind on something else? Oh my God, you're 13. Are you focusing on boys now? What is it, right? You got to focus on the process, right? It's not the destination, it's the journey, right? What do you do to get there? And I love that in the song, right? And it's the same thing here. The entire process of what we do in trading, if you look at these 5 and use these maybe to help you set better, maybe more realistic, maybe better qualified goals for yourself, I think you will have a much better understanding of how things work if you're not so hard on yourself. And don't feel you need to wait till New Year's Day to do it. Don't. Just do it. Just start. So how long? Tomorrow. Just do it tomorrow. Resolve to do it tomorrow, right? The best things I've ever done have just been, I finally made a decision, stepped up and did it. Finally made a decision, stepped up and did it, right? Whether it's a trade setup, whether it's in business, whether it's with my family, just finally said, yes, we're going to do this. I'm all in, right? And now it's time. Okay. So, WTH, what the heck? It is the what? I think that's what the heck or what the hell effect. I didn't do it, so now I'll give up and do something bad. Yeah, there you go. Right. So exactly. New Year's resolution, you had that piece of cake. You promised you weren't going to have any cake. You gave up cake. You gave up chips. You gave up cookies. Does it sound like I know what I'm talking about? Right. And then you had that piece of cake. And you're like, all right, I guess I can't stick to it. So I might as well just have a second. Right. Or 2 bagels to go, please. Right. Whatever it is. Right. Ask me how. Yeah. Trip says, ask me how I know. I know exactly how you know, because I've been there, done that. Right. Without a doubt, been there, done that. But a lot of good information. Was it helpful? Was this good? I think Lee, send an email message over to Sean if you would. Give me a one for yes to Tupanova. If it wasn't helpful, tell me. Maybe I won't send a message over to Sean. Okay. Lee, send a message over to Sean, please, and ask him to look at the education section today, strip it out, and let's put this as a standalone video on our social platforms. And Will goes, and hilarious in a few parts also. You know, so there was one of my resolutions as a brand new wealthbuildershq.com business owner, right? Many of you know the story. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but I did not plan on starting Wealth Builders. I planned on just trading and not having to, do anything with teaching people any longer. I was done at that point in my mind anyway. And a friend of mine had, shown me the error of my ways. And one of the things that I resolved to do was to make very clear that I do not believe personally that I belong being put up on a pedestal. Oh, Rob, I mean, I would watch people come into our live events and like, oh, yes, oh my God, oh, no, that's not me, dude. That's not me. Okay. I am very much, I resolved to making sure that I could do as much as I could with individuals to be very friend related instead of, I know this and you don't related. Ha ha. See how good I am? That is not me, because I know there's someone out there, a lot of people out there, a lot better at this stuff than I am, a lot better than I am. And that's okay. I don't strive to be the best, right? We get by. I'm not complaining. Okay. I do strive to help make you the best that you can be. That's important to me. Again, another goal, and it is realistic, right? I'm not trying to get you to a point of you making 100 grand a day. I'm not trying to get you to a point even making $1,000 a month or a year or anything else. I'm trying to get you to a point that you can understand the strategies, learn to focus in on things like strategy creation system, build out your own systematic approach, and take advantage of that from there, right? Always good to hear this, Linda said. Good. Right. Kevin said it helps to get the mind in the right place. Yep. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. I did a training recently. I did it in Trading You 2.0. I did it in our inner circle. Ultimately, I will do it probably the end of this quarterly training that we're in right now. I will do it in Mastermind as well. But it's called mental preparedness. Oh, wow. I got the word right. See, now I said it and I shouldn't have done that. Mental preparedness. Mental preparedness. There you go. I keep wanting to say preparedness. Mental preparedness. God, no more. Right? Where we go into some things to do from a mindset perspective. And we did a mindset training there also. This was a brand new training that I added. Probably in my opinion, one of the absolutely best trainings ever that I've done. I'm probably going to expand on it and maybe even turn it into a full 2-hour class or something. And it's just, there's that much great content inside of that. All right. Excellent. Good. Very good. All right. So let's go over and take a look at your candidates. What stocks do you want to take a look at? We've got a few minutes. Let's go ahead and drop them in, baby. Drop them in. Brenda's got Q's and SPY. She was preloaded, baby. She had it there already. Okay. So on the Qs, Brenda, we had this big gap down. We came into a bullish neutral bias. We are playing ping pong between the 21 and the fib line, which is the negative 618, right? So let's bring it in a little bit from there. Brenda, bullish neutral is tough, right? One of two things have to happen. Break the 381.31, retest and fail. I've got a clear path to that 375, 376 level. Or break the 387, retest and bounce. And you've got a clear path to the 396. Okay. Let's see. Trip said, do we need a redraw on the Qs? Let me see something, Trip. Probably after today. I'm just going to let the day settle out, Trip, before I do it. I don't know if it's bigger, but it's definitely, I don't even know if it's really cleaner. But it definitely is newer, right? So we've got here So we had 47. We're now at 51. We'll call it close enough. 46 to 50. So it was $4 more right now. What's going on there? But without today's pullback, when that happens. Without today's pullback, we have nothing to draw off of. That little bit of a down wasn't enough for me. All right, so let's go look at SPY, but good catch, Trip. All right, so on SPY, so we had violated on the downside, but then we took that bounce. Once we closed below the 882, we took that bounce. We had nowhere to redraw. Oh, let's get this current. All right, so now we're looking for a pullback in here to redraw on SPY, which would actually be not only further to the right, but a larger move without a doubt, a much larger move, right? To the difference of, we're starting at the same point basically, and now we're going from 44 up to 57. So 33 points more so far. So we've had a really nice move on SPY. So right now we're still in a bullish bias. We're bumping up against that 457 level, just like the SPX was, right? If we scrunch this down a little bit, 457 to 463, 4 and 3 is 7. We don't need a fib in there. So our next upside, Brenda, is 465 to the upside. All right. Next is IWM. All right. And Karen had asked for IWM. You know what? I should put this on all symbols so I can keep my eye on them. Okay. So really nice move to the downside. Good breaks down. A lot of nice stair stepping on the way up. Right. Move up, pull back, move up, pull back. Good bounce here again now. Right. So we are in a bullish, a true bullish bias, only for the last couple of days, but a true bullish bias, Karen. So pull back to that 185.15 and a bounce, 187.71 is where we're headed. Karen, we spoke a while back on Mastermind Group and some of that type of stuff. This is an inner circle trade. IWM is an intraday trade that they do. They look to do every single trading day, 3 of them live in a trading room. Maybe we should have that conversation again about the benefits there, if you have an interest in that. But this is since you're trading it, it's this is it. This SPY Qs, but IWM is the main one that they look to trade now. Let's see. Trader Will's got 2 of them down there from today. Dash. Hence Trader Will's trade of IWM from before. I'm surprised Trip didn't put one in today from IWM. Did you do an IWM today, Trip? Right. And Trip had said, and the diamonds was Friday. I did it. I was late. Okay. That's why you got in late to power hour. Okay. Because he was in that trade. Got it. So on Dash, this was, sorry, Trader Will. Okay. So on Dash, good break to the upside. Well, really nice on DoorDash, right? Really nice break up. We need a pullback, of course. It looks like we might need to split this in half. First off, I need a 100-point level. So let's go ahead and get that entered in. Let's change color right away. That's a new color, 100. Dash dot. Okay, so that's first. And then we go 92.5 to 102.5 is 10 points. We're at 6. We need a fib it in here. This now just became very messy. Well, negative 136. So we've got the 100-point level right above our head. We've got the 102 just above that. So we're a little bit tight there. For me, the pullback to that 97 and a bounce, but we only have room up to 100. So a little caution on DoorDash. The other one was Coinbase. I saw what I believe was Bitcoin hitting like 40,000 on Bitcoin. Let's see, do I have it open here? BTC, 42,000, baby, up 2,900 points today. Ethereum, 22.44. Ka-ching, baby. Papa need a new pair of shoes. Right? I am loving that. Nice. It's about time. Okay. I do own a bunch of Bitcoin and Ethereum, so just full disclosure there. So Coinbase will, I like where it is. Give me the pullback. Well, either give me the pullback to the 8 and the 123.5, or retest that 133. Oh, never mind. I totally missed that one on that gap up. Was it earnings? Nope, it wasn't earnings. It's Bitcoin's move. So 140 to 156 is 16, 13. All right, so we need to add in a -5 in here. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's all Bitcoin's move. Okay. Pull back to the 140 and bounce. 148 is resistance. Would be the way I look to trade it. It's too far away to get a true bullish bias, because we are a true bullish entry, because we're just not going to have a confluence of the 8 anywhere, or the 21. We're too far away. Tom's asking for Intel. You're welcome, Will. Let's see. Intel, let me go back. Ooh, wrong key. Hopefully it doesn't mess me up. Ugly. Man. Nice move down. Disgusting move up. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Maybe where we are now. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's going to have to do. Okay. Let's see. Beautiful. Beautiful. Cannot believe Microsoft, hundreds of dollars, Intel, $41. Anyway, bullish neutral bias, come down to the 42 in the bounce, confluence of the 21, breaks the 21, retest the 42 level, and fail down to 40. Nice confluence there then. Hope that helps, Tom. John's asking for GameStop. Oh, a blast from the past. I ain't even got lines drawn on it anymore. I'm so involved with it at this point. Right? It's just been like forever. So I don't even know how to read this one, Tom. The fibs are old. We're just drifting ugly down. I got nothing clear on this at all. So that was Tom, right? John, sorry, John. So I would be really cautious. Hold on a second. What happened? Yeah. Well, let's fix it now. That would make it better. All right. I had the S hit, and I saw something was off when we had this big gap down, and it did a 4-for-1 split, which was a mistake, by the way. Hit the letter U. And of course, this is only on a mega charts. It's still not a very pretty setup, although with what's happening right now, low price, so it's hard for me to draw fibs on that I feel are valid. But okay, so let's bring that in a little bit. So I don't really have an ABC on it, Brenda, because I don't have a C yet. You can't really count this because we haven't really pulled back. We're just sideways almost here. Oh, well, let me pull it out so I can read the numbers. So bounce off of that 1561, John, and 1791. So you've got 2.25 move up there. So not bad. What do we move on this a day? About $1. So not bad at all. Less said Intel. I hope that helps with this, John. Less said Intel is supposed to make some earth-shattering announcement today. I hope so. Maybe that's why they're already up, is the anticipation over the last couple of days. That was GameStop. Nice. Stephanie said, I bought the diagonal put on CBX from Cover Call Explorer. Yeah, Tripp's doing a great job with that. I love what he's doing there. I love the flair he's bringing to it. Gina's asking for Micron, MU. All right, so I like where Micron is right now. It is, my bad. That last candle had to pop in, sorry. I liked where it was on Friday. Today's gap down takes it into neutral bias. So what do? You could either A, well, I shouldn't say that. $4, 72 to, yeah, we don't need a fib in here, which is great. Retest the 75, fail, 72 and a quarter support. So 73, 73 and a half, somewhere in between there would be my target, right, to the downside. The upside, you only have $1 in there. I would be really cautious trying to play ping pong in there. It's, see this here, tight, and it's just tight. By the time you cover bid-ask spread, you may not really cover bid-ask spread. So be very careful there. Let's see. I miss anything? I did not. All right. Well, perfect. I mean, timing is awesome where I wanted to finish up. Yep, Karen, I'll look at one last one. We'll wrap it up at Netflix. So a pop favorite, without a doubt, is Netflix. So we pushed into the 618, didn't close above. We came back, really nice fail down there, right? Good bounce, strong move. Same thing. We might be able to get a new draw on Netflix now that we have that nice pullback. But we're actually in a neutral bias. But this one, okay. This one, Karen, becomes more of the, get a pen. The bidirectional trade setup where you can move either retest the 458 and fail down to 447, break out, retest the 458 and bounce up to 470, right? That switchback trade is a great setup. And that's exactly what I would look for. You've got enough distance on either side to do that, right? Do I like the downside better? I do, right? We're actually, if you look at the ADX and the DMI minus the red line in the middle down here where my mouse is, right down here. Not that red line, but that red line. Right, it's starting to curve up. It's getting up to the 25 level, about ready to cross. Right, where the green is crossing down through to the downside. So I like Netflix. Like I said, I didn't trade anything today. I saw the uncertainty in the market, and I knew I had a busy day, and I just stepped away from it today because of that. So excellent. Very good, very good, very good. Let me see if there's anything else. Any other questions? Cool. All right, everybody. Hey, have a great rest of your day. God bless. We'll leave the room open a couple of minutes so you can grab that link that Lee dropped in there for Trade Watch alerts. And I'll see you all on the next update. Bye for now.